Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to share with you all the things that I bought last week from Newark Antiques Fair. I know that a lot of you are very curious. I normally show the haul in the same video when I show the thrifting part, but last week it wasn't possible because I didn't have enough time to show the haul in the same video, and also it would have been way too long. So thank you so much for your patience. If you haven't seen that video, make sure to check it out. I'm pretty sure everyone saw it because that video has so much more views than my usual content. So yeah, I think you saw it, but if you haven't, make sure to check that out first and then come back now to this video to see the haul. I have all the treasures around me and I will show them to you in random order, and when I will remember, I will tell you how much I paid for that thing. Some things I bought in little bundles, so I won't know for sure how much everything was, but I will try my best because I know that a lot of you want to know how the prices are. And yeah, you know that I'm usually cheap. I don't like to spend too much on my stock, so I only went for the cheap things. I didn't buy expensive stuff. Without further ado, let's get straight to it. So first, I want to show you this bowl. It's actually the first thing that I bought and it was the closest to me here. So yeah, I paid £3 for this, and I think this is the reason why I bought it. It's also interesting, but on closer inspection, I realized that it should have had another animal here. There is some glue residue on the border. I thought the shape was really interesting, especially this, and it has this motifs that are hand painted and it is hand carved, so I thought it was really cool. And when that gentleman told me that it would be £3, I think because I expected the prices to be so much higher, I was like, oh, that's a good deal, and I bought it straight away without thinking any further. So because of the missing animal, I won't price it too high. I think it's still beautiful, and I think it makes it more practical, you know, to put your hand and take your keys from it or whatever you want to store in it. Yeah, what do you think of it? Another thing that I bought is this beautiful box. So it's a wooden box covered in leather, and on the lid it has this print on silk. This is the inside of it, and the leather on the side is hand painted with this pretty floral design on all sides. I thought it was so nice, and it also has this delicate gold line on the lid. I think it's quite special, don't you think? I also bought this wonderful jug with pewter lid. If you saw that video, I'm sure that you could tell that I would buy this. It was £10, and that lady had more jugs like in similar style in a bin, everything. All of them were £10 each, and there were some nice Jasperware jugs, but they had hunting scenes, and I know that a lot of people wouldn't buy those, so it made no sense for me to buy them. I actually have a jug in my shop. It's like a tankard, like a big mug, and I bought that from a car boot sale without realizing what the design on it was, and then on closer inspection, when I got home and I started listing it, I looked and I realized that it was a hunting scene, and I priced it at £12 because I knew that you know, that's not something that a lot of people would like. So I thought I would price it low and see if it sells, and it's been half a year, I think, or more, way more, yeah, and nobody bought that. So yeah, I avoid those now because of that. And this one has a scene called Samuel and Eli. It's a scene from the Old Testament, and this design was actually made after a painting made by an artist called John Singleton Copley in 1780. And yeah, I did my research. He was an American-born artist. Then he moved to London, where he spent the rest of his life, and he was actually in London when he made this painting. I will put it on the screen for you so that you know the actual painting. This jug was actually made in about 1850s, something like that. The design was registered in 1848. It has this mark on the bottom. The maker is T&R Boot. I've never had anything by this pottery before, so I'm super happy with my purchase. Another thing that I bought is this pair of brass vases. They are quite small and so adorable. I like the rope detail on them. You know that in a few videos ago, I bought some candlesticks with the rope design on them, and I thought these were so cute, and I actually paid £3 for the pair. This seller had very inexpensive things, but they were in all these random boxes. A lot of them were damaged, a lot of them had broken or missing pieces, so I think that's the reason why they had such low prices. So £3 for the pair. I also bought this wonderful biscuit barrel. Biscuit barrels sell well for me. They sell for a higher price than my average, so I always buy them when I find them at a price that still allow me some good profit. And I paid £5 for this. I couldn't believe it when I heard it, but it was towards the end of the fair, and it was one of those sellers with those boxes, and usually the prices there are lower and more negotiable. So yeah, I paid £5 for this beauty. Look at the flowers. I think it's from the early 1900s, based on the design and style. The lid is silver plated. I think I saw it. Yeah, it's here. It says EPNS. The handle is so pretty, and it's like it has this impressed mark on the bottom which says Bristolia English make. I'm really happy with it. It will be available for you on my website. Something not that exciting but so pretty is this print. It's a print on board. This is how the back looks like. I like this green color, and the gold complements it so nicely, and it was £5, which I thought was pretty good. I just thought that this primrose in this terracotta pot was so nice with the dark background. It's just so pretty, isn't it? Another thing that I bought is this beautiful box. It was one of the first things that I found in the fair, and I was impressed by the tiny little pieces that were used to make this design. I hope you can see all the little pieces that the maker had to put together to make this beautiful design on the box. And I think, I'm not sure because it's so old and I couldn't find another one like it online, but I think it's Tunbridge ware. And I saw some boxes by Tunbridge ware that sell for quite a lot. So I'm not sure I will price it too high because it's not in perfect condition. It has a lot of wear. It has here this missing piece of wood and a few missing pieces like from the design, but because it's like such a busy design, you can't actually tell it unless you really look. But yeah, I thought it was really nice, and the inside is like this, and I paid £5 for this. I also bought this plate, and I paid the most for it. And if you don't know what this is, you may wonder why I paid that much for it. I paid £40 for it. It's because this is Moorcroft pottery, and I've always seen these pieces at auctions, and I could never get my hands on any of them because they always sell for a lot. So when I saw this, I thought maybe I should try to see if they actually sell for that much more. The seller wanted £50 for it, and I told him that I'm actually a reseller and I'm not brave enough to spend that much on something when I don't know for sure if it would sell for a profit. And you will see that it actually has the original sticker on it, and it was intact when I found the plate, and it had the original price of £208. And when the seller was like talking to me, he was like, oh sorry, I didn't realize it had the original price tag, and he just scratched it off so that it doesn't confuse other buyers. And yeah, it was originally sold for £208. So I don't know, they are highly collectible. Moorcroft pottery is still producing to this day, and they only release very limited editions, and because of that they are highly collectible. So I will test to see if it actually sells. I was thinking to price it at about £120, something like that. I could only find another plate like this available online, and that was priced at $499, and that comes to about £368. But that one comes with the original box, so mine is just the plate. And because it's a piece with such a niche audience, I think I will list it on Etsy. I will list it on my website too, but I will list it also on Etsy. I also bought this stunning Jasperware box by Wedgwood, and it was very filthy, and the seller wanted £3.50 for it. And I thought they only wanted this little because it was very filthy, but after I got home I realized that it has a huge chunk missing at the base, so it's chipped. If you just display it and you turn it around and you display it like this, you can't actually tell, but yeah, it will definitely decrease its value. I usually sell this for about between £35 and £40 depending on the color. I sold a green one like this for £40. I don't like all Wedgwood Jasperware, but this is one of the pieces that I always like to buy when I find them, and I actually have two more, one exactly like this but with no damage, and a smaller one in this exact shape, which I haven't listed yet. I don't know what I'm waiting for. And this is the inside, and yeah, it's very beautiful. I also bought this little box. It's made of hornbone and it has this brass inlay, and the inside is purple. And I've sold one like this but larger, and I thought that yes, it would sell for a profit. I paid £5 for it. I also bought this little hen on nest. It was made in Portugal. It was made by Secla, Portugal, and I paid £8 for it. I don't know what you would use it for. Maybe just display it on a shelf, because they are usually egg holders, but I tested and you can only fit like 3 small eggs in it. So it must be for something else, maybe for butter, but why is there a hen on the lid? Maybe just salt? I don't know, what would you use it for? But I thought it was really pretty and I liked the seller. I bought one more piece from them and they were really kind. And this is the other piece that I bought from this seller. It's a Staffordshire figure. It's a quill holder, so they would use it for, you know, to hold their pens. And I bought it because at the moment I'm a little obsessed with learning more about Staffordshire figures, and especially about the dogs, but also any other figures, because I know that they can be worth a lot. They are quite valuable, and this is in such good condition. Oh, I've just realized it's not in great condition. It has like a little broken piece here. I wondered what it was, if it was like only a small tip or it was an important chunk of the design. I didn't have time to look it up, so I don't know how it was supposed to look like. I paid £10 for it, so I hope that's not a big deal. I hope it wasn't something big there. It shouldn't be something big, because then it would cover these eggs. Oh, that's such a shame, because it was such a beautiful piece, isn't it? With this bird. I don't know what this bird is. And this nest of eggs, branches, and there's another bird at the base. From a different seller, I bought something that I don't normally buy, and these are pipe racks, and I bought 3 of them, all different. And he initially told me that he wanted £20 for them, but then he told me that I was very undecided. Because I've never sold them, I wasn't sure that anyone would use something like this these days. And I asked him if he would accept 18, so I thought maybe £6 for each of them is not a lot to to spend, and he agreed. So I have 3 of these. One of them is with this very thin wood and this brass piece here, and I think it's really nice and like very feminine. This looks a lot more serious with this dark wood, and it's quite solid too. And the other one has this brass text in Dutch, and I actually translated it, and it says, "My little pipe is my best friend. He always serves me faithfully," or "it always serves me faithfully," which I thought is funny. And it has this design here, and yeah, this brass band here has a lot of wear and tarnish, but I think it's quite nice, isn't it? And I think, again, because it's something so niche, they will have a better chance on Etsy, but I will also list them on my website. And I looked them up on Google, and they actually sell for over £100. So I think I made a good decision to buy them. Another thing that I bought is this small wall decoration. I had something like this before, and they sold for £20 each. I had 2 of them before, and I paid £2 for it. I also bought this calendar. It's a perpetual calendar, so you move things around, and it should be relevant for every day between 1972 and 2071. So it says calendar for 100 years, but I don't know how to use it. So you move this, and then it will stop at the year that you want. I think 2025 was somewhere here at this bottom side, and then you have the days of the week. I don't know how to properly use it, but I thought it was something so cool. So, oh, you actually can turn this around as well so that it shows at the top or bottom. I thought this was really cool, and this was part of a bigger bundle, and for that bundle I paid £25, and the seller mentioned that he wasn't sure because his wife actually was the boss and she wasn't around, and then he made me this deal. And then I realized when I was home that they had little price tags, and I think this was supposed to be sold for £18. I hope he didn't get in trouble because he sold everything for so much cheaper than she wanted to. This box was part of the same bundle, and it also had like a tiny price. It said 14 on the inside. So I thought this box were really nice with this inlay pattern. It's like geometrical, and I think it was made in Spain, and it's so beautiful. It has a little mark here, but it's overall in very good condition. The inside is like this. It smells nice. Some old boxes have like a moldy smell, but this smell like nice old wood. And I also bought this frame as part of that same bundle. This was such a beauty with this lady here, and this is the back. And in a similar style, I suppose, it's this dish. It's made of, I think it's made of bronze rather than brass, because of the color, and it's so heavy too, and I paid £10 for it. I've never had this dish before. I've seen it before at other sellers, and I was like, oh, that's so pretty. I've never found it. So now I can say that I've had it in my shop. So yeah, I like this Art Deco lady with this feather fan. Now, am I crazy for buying this? This is a needlepoint piece, and it was part of a footstool originally. The base wasn't anywhere to be found in those random boxes. I bought it because I thought I would just take it out and wash it, and then put it again on a different wooden base, maybe the same one, but this one doesn't look that too flat, so maybe something flatter. And I thought that it would make a nice piece for the wall. What do you think? Would it look weird without like a frame? I liked the pattern on it, and the colors are so nice, and the seller only wanted £2 for it, so that's why I decided to buy it and give myself a project. I really didn't need a project, but I thought it deserved a second chance. And I also bought this mirror. The frame is made of brass and it has this porthole shape, and I think they are quite popular nowadays because of the industrial style. And I paid £10 for it, and I found them online selling for about 50, 60, maybe even more. I think it's based on how heavy it is. This is not particularly heavy and not that big. The mirror is convex, so when you put it on the wall, if you hang it like this, the nail will be visible just above the frame, but if you turn it around, I think it would be better. What do you think? It will be hidden behind the mirror. Another thing that I bought and that I'm very happy about is this Onyx box. It has this lid in the shape of a clamshell, and it has 3 little feet, and the inside is like this. These metal pieces here are a little rusty, but it's overall in great condition, and I just think it's really elegant and beautiful, and I paid £5 for it. And I also bought these 2 plates. I just love the leaf design. It's a grape leaf design with some grapes in there, and I think I see a strawberry too. Yeah, there are some strawberries too, so grapes and strawberries. And I paid £2 for each. They have some manufacturing imperfections in the glaze. Where did I see that? Oh, here. See, it was like a bubble, like the glaze made a bubble which broke, but they are really nice. They don't have like chips or cracks, and they have crazing. They are not marked, which I don't know, makes me think that they are quite old. Another thing that I bought is this large tray, and I thought it was so beautiful. I had something similar in my shop, but without handles and without legs. That one sold for £30, and as I said, it was smaller and not as nice as this one. So I'm thinking that this would sell for about £50 or £60, and I paid £10 for it. What do you think of it? It's not brass, it's another metal. I don't know what metal it is. It was painted in gold. I think this would look really nice on a coffee table with like a vase, like make a little vignette on it with a stack of books. Yeah, something like that. Or for serving, why not? Another thing that I bought is this brass letter holder / napkin holder. I don't know what you would use it for. I think I had the exact same design, or I don't know, but I know that I had something similar with sunflowers on it, so it must have been the same. And I think I paid £5 for it, and the other one that I sold, I think sold for 25 or £20. I think it was 25. The sunflower on it, it's so pretty, isn't it? And it's on both sides. It's the same on both sides. What do you think of it? Now, something that I thought was really special is this box. It's covered in leather, and look at all the details that it has. I feel that it's handmade, and the bottom has like this fabric on it, and it has this key which actually works. So I tested. It was taped on the inside of the lid when I found it. It was taped here, so I took it out and I tested it, and it actually works. So you can lock this box, you can put some treasures in there, and it won't open. And then when you open, it has this beautiful satin fabric, and it's actually squishy like that, so it's also padded. I found that it was originally used as a cigarette box. It doesn't smell of any cigarettes, so they were made as cigarette boxes, but who knows what people actually use them for. I think it's the perfect size to hold letters or things like that. Yeah, isn't it the perfect size for letters? I think it is. And it's also, I think it's also a little masculine because of the design on the lid, so I think this would make a perfect gift for a man. What do you think? And I think I paid £5 or £10 for it, I can't remember. So I've never seen a Florentine bowl before. I always found trays I also saw little coasters and other stuff, but never a bowl. So when I saw it, I thought if it's under £5, if it's £5 or under, I will buy it. And it was £5. And I like the colors. It's my favorite color combination in these trays, the green and the gold. I think it's perfect. And it also has like a mark on the bottom which says trademark made in Italy. So yeah, I think it's in great condition. And sometimes the newer versions, they are like the base is made of wood, and then they have like a layer of plaster on top, which makes it easier for artisans to carve these details in them. But this looks like proper wood everywhere, because you can tell the plaster ones because they have like little chips, and then you can see some white underneath, but this one doesn't have anything like that. So I'm really happy with this one. And I also bought this frame. So I don't know if this is something that special, but I think what made me buy it is because I saw it together with this and it gave me the same Florentine vibes. So I think that's why that was like my thought process. And it was also £5. It doesn't have glass, so it has this picture which you can throw away. And the back is like this, so you open it like this and replace the picture. And it has this like easel stand. Isn't it just so pretty? Now, one of my favorite finds is this beautiful oil painting on glass. The glass is convex, so it's bumpy like that. I hope you can see. And the frame is so gorgeous, and you won't believe I only paid £3. So the back is like this. It has like a felt paper, I don't know. And isn't it just so beautiful? And it's so small and precious, and I like the color of the glass too. It's just, I can't believe, I couldn't believe it when he told me £3. Oh, okay, yes, please. And then from the same seller, I bought this. I think it's bronze again, because the color is a little more copperish than the normal brass. So I think this is a bronze dish with the cat face. And I remember that last year I went to a cargo sale and I found something like this, and the seller wanted £5 for it, and I didn't buy it. And you told me in the comments, no, you didn't leave that behind. They are worth this and this. I had no idea when I first saw it at that cargo sale. And then I looked it up and I saw that they actually sell for £40, something like that. So this seller wanted £5 for it, so I bought it. So yeah, I will see if they actually sell for that much, but now I will know when I will find it again in the future if it will be worth buying or not. And I also bought this little box made of cut glass, and it has this beautiful metal lid. I think it's silver plated brass, because you can see that the layer of silver worn off, and you will see the gold underneath, which makes a beautiful effect. I actually like it that it's worn like this. And isn't it just so beautiful, just so precious? And it's so small, I don't know what you would store in it. Maybe you can store rings, or maybe a delicate necklace, or I don't know, other small treasures. What would you use it for? I paid £3 for this. Another thing that I bought is this beautiful rose bowl made of crystal, and it has this silver plated foot and this metal grid, which will help you to arrange flowers in a beautiful way. It has some tarnish on the metal parts. Ironically, it has this original tag which says tarnish resistant silver plated tableware, Queen Anne. And maybe it resisted for a few years, but not decades. So yeah, it's still beautiful. I love it like this, even without this. I think it makes a beautiful bonbon dish, or for any other things, and like this for flowers. Then I also have this beautiful jug. I paid £10 for this. I think it's a very similar in style with the other one that I showed you, but obviously different colors. It's a smaller size, it's lighter, and it has this beautiful grape border at the top and this neoclassical design. When you look at it, you could swear that it was made by Wedgwood, but it was actually made by Dudson Brothers, and they have like a very similar style with Wedgwood. And that hunting mug that I showed you before, that I told you that I have in my store, was actually made by Dudson Brothers. So yeah, I think it's really beautiful because of the color. I can't find this color often in Jasperware, and it also has this beautiful detail on the pewter lid. It's just so pretty, isn't it? And I think this was made in the early 1900s. I also bought this box, a lot of boxes in this haul, but I think this is the last one. There were so many beautiful boxes, I couldn't leave them behind. I paid £5 for this. I loved the carved detail on the lid, and look at this little design on the border. Can you imagine someone making that by hand? All the little details, and on the sides as well, but the lid is the most intricate one, and it has some marks, so it's not in perfect condition, but I liked the carving on it, and the size also, it's big enough to hide the remote like the TV remote, and other bigger things like that. So I rarely find them in a good size like this. So as I said, £5. Actually, I bought two things from that seller and they wanted £15 for both. So I assumed this would have been £5 and the other £10, and I will show you the other one. This is the other thing that I bought with the box, and what do you think of it when you look at it like this without knowing anything about it? Would you think that it's something valuable? Because I looked at it and I thought, this is quite unusual. I want to buy it. I didn't know if it was worth a lot. I didn't expect it to be worth what it's actually worth. So when I looked it up on Google, they sell for hundreds. They sell for over 150, 200, 300. I surely didn't expect them to sell for that much. And it's because this is a Gabriella Crespi design. It's Italian. She was an Italian artist and designer. She designed some furniture and some home decor, which was really popular in the 70s. And now you know that the 70s are back and they are popular again. And yeah, I'm really happy that I bought it. I think I'll price it at about 120 maybe. I don't know, maybe 130, something like that. I don't want to underprice it if it's worth a lot. Again, I will also list it on Etsy like I do with all the niche products that I think that may do better on Etsy. Because there may be some collectors out there who don't follow me. I also bought this Biscuit barrel, and what I liked about it the most is the lid. Look at the details on the lid and the handle. It's so beautiful, and I even like the tarnish on it. I will leave it alone. I won't do anything to it. I will list it exactly as it is. Well, I will clean it because I haven't, like the glass. And when you look at the glass, you see this wavy look, but when you run your fingers on it, you don't feel like what you would expect to feel, because it's mostly on the inside. So when you put your fingers inside, you feel all the waves. And I don't know if this is something valuable. I looked it up on Google. I couldn't find one exactly like this, like in this shape. I found a similar one. The wavy look is the other way, is like this. And that one is priced at about £350, which is crazy. I think I will list mine at about £60 or £70. Oh, and I paid £5 for it, and it was one of the last things that I bought when I had only £11. So I bought this for £5. Oh, and I thought I had 11, but then I found 2 more pounds at the bottom of my pocket, so I had £13. And I bought this with £5, and then I bought those little vases with the rope design for £3, and I bought this with the other £5 that I had left. So yeah, this was £5. I think it's brass. It's a brass crucifix, and I sold one exactly like this for £32 in my shop, so I thought £5 for it was good enough. I also bought this set of 3 blue Delft plaques. I think they would look so lovely on a gallery wall because they are so small and they are blue and white, which everyone loves. And I had the thought maybe they were coasters and someone made them into, you know, wall decor, but no, they were designed like this because they have the stamp on the paper. I like that they are all different but very similar at the same time. So yeah, they have some small marks on the little frames, but I think it's part of the charm. They are so pretty, aren't they? And I paid £8 for all of them. They wanted £10 and I tried to negotiate. A lot of you asked me if you're expected to haggle with the sellers, and from my experience, some of them I think do expect you, because as soon as I offered the lower price, they accepted straight away, some of them, and others didn't. I mean, they said £20 and I said, would you accept 15? Or maybe I dropped the price too much. Maybe I should have tried 18, and they're like, no, it has to be 20. So I think some of them do, some of them don't. Some of them are actually upset if you try to, but when it's a fair and I feel that I can get a lower price, I will always try. And I hope this doesn't upset anyone. Sometimes if they are not willing to negotiate, I will still be willing to pay that price for that thing, because sometimes it's still a good deal for me. Another thing that I bought is this piece, which I'm not sure if it's a sugar sifter, a salt shaker, or for pepper, I don't know. Well, the top is like this and the bottom is like this, so it doesn't have a stopper, and I will list it exactly like this because I want to make it available for you as soon as possible. And what I normally do when I find salt and pepper shakers that don't have stoppers, I go with Poundland or other shops that have really inexpensive things, and I buy a set from them for like £2, and I use the stoppers for the piece that needs a stopper. So I recommend that you do that if you actually want to use this. If not, it's a beautiful display piece because it's such a beautiful green color. I don't think this is Wedgwood. It's not marked, as you were able to see, and it doesn't look like the same quality. This looks antique. This blade used to have like either gold or silver. I can't actually tell. I think it was silver. And that all like went away. It's gone. And yeah, I think it's a really nice piece, and I paid £3 for it, and it was so dirty and filthy, but now it's so pretty. Another thing that I bought is this, and I think I made a mistake buying it. It was £10, so it wasn't like a huge mistake, but when I got home with it, I asked my husband, how would you actually fix this on the ceiling? Because like, shouldn't it have like some holes so that you can screw? This doesn't have any holes. And he told me it should have had another piece that you would screw on the ceiling, and this would screw in that piece because it has like this thing for screwing. And I was like, see, that's why I shouldn't ever buy things like this, because I don't know about these things. And maybe that piece was somewhere in those boxes too, but because I had no idea, I didn't look for it. Maybe it wasn't, but maybe it was, and that breaks my heart because now we're separated forever. And I think it also should have had some piece here around the lights. So these pieces here are removable. They are made of plastic and they are both cracked. I like the details on this side, and this bottom piece is so pretty as well. And I think it was made in France because it has something engraved here which says bronze veritable, so that's French, and that means that it's true bronze. And I don't know how to price this now because obviously it's missing parts, but it's Also a beautiful piece, so maybe someone would like it like this. I think I would price it at about 25 pounds, something like this, because ceiling lights like these are usually, when they are like, when they have everything that you need for them, they sell for hundreds. So I don't know, maybe you are handy and you're a DIYer and you are happy to find this at a reasonable price. So yeah, I will give it a chance. I will list it in my shop as it is, and it's up to the buyer. And I also bought this lamp, which will also be listed as it is, and I mean that it doesn't have a cord. I paid £8 for this. I have regrets because of this, because I don't know if someone will be willing to give it a chance. What I would do is to buy like a battery operated bulb, and you won't need a cord. It's so beautiful with this flower and this cherub, and it's just a style that I normally like. When I find them, I normally buy these pieces. So when I saw £8, I thought it was a good price, but now I don't know. I will list it as it is, and it's up to the buyer if they decide to give it a chance. I also bought 2 little busts for my little collection. This lady had lots of them, and they were all priced, no matter the size, they were all priced at £5 each, so that's what I paid. Again, I asked her if she would accept £8 for the 2 of them instead of 10, and she said no, they are cheap enough as they are and they sell. So yeah, I paid £10 for them, and I picked this because I don't have kids' faces in my collection, so I love this little one. They are both so pretty. They have chubby cheeks and they're so nice. I also bought this painting of a little puppy. It's in bad condition. It is scratched and it has a lot of wear, and the board is not flat. See, it wasn't stored properly, but it was only £2 and I wanted to give it a chance. I will list it for maybe £18 or 15, just to, you know, maybe someone will like it. It's not signed either, but I liked the background, like the blue colors that they used, and the puppy is so sweet, isn't it? Look at that cute face. I thought it deserved a chance. It was from the same seller where I bought the cheap things, where he had a lot of damaged things. So he also had some other paintings, but those were quite weird, and this one was adorable. And I also bought this trivet from the same seller. It was a little more tarnished than this, but I cleaned it, and that gold tint now went away, but it will come back after a while. I just didn't want that dirt, you know, and I wanted to remove that. And while I was looking at it, when I was cleaning it, I thought this would actually, so it's a trivet, it's for hot pots, but I thought this would look beautiful on the wall, in a gallery wall, and actually put it on my wall. And I was like, should I keep this? But I think that my gallery wall is perfect as it is now, so I'm not adding anything else for now. Maybe I will in the future, but I will list this for sale. And I also bought this trivet from another seller. I love the cloisonné holly design in the middle. This will be perfect for Christmas. And yeah, it has this little rounded feet. It was made in India. I paid £4 for it. And I also bought these little swans from the same seller. He had a lot of brass on that table, and he wanted £10 for the pair, and he agreed to accept £8 for them. So they were £4 each. I sold them before, and they always sell really quickly when I list them. I sold them twice before, and both times they sold within an hour or so. So that's why I decided to buy them, even though they were more than I would normally pay for a swan like this. I normally pay maximum £3 for one, but £4 each is not that bad. And I also bought this bowl from the same seller. It has a peacock design in the middle. I think it was made in India. It doesn't have any sticker anymore, but this style were usually made in India. I like the border, I like that it has a foot, and all the details on it is just so pretty, and I paid £5 for this. And I also bought this beautiful spode jam jar. The pattern is called Camilla. Do you remember that I bought a set in this pattern from an auction and they were all chipped? Well, this one is not chipped. It has some crazing on the lid, but the pot doesn't have any faults, nothing. It's in perfect condition, and I paid £2 for it. I couldn't believe it because they sell for about £25. I saw one I couldn't actually find one exactly in this color. I found one in blue, and that one was priced at about £28. And I also bought this beautiful candle holder. It has this little handle and you can hold it like this. And it also has a candle snuffer with it. So when you want to put the fire off, you take this, you chuck it in on the candle, and then you put it back here. And it also has this piece that is removable, so it's easier to clean. And it's so beautiful, isn't it? I like this design on the edge, and I've never seen one with the candle snuffer included, and it was £5. It is silver plated, but a lot of the silver plate is gone now, so I think it's still very charming, and I actually like when the silver plate is a little gone here and there. It makes it more charming. And it has a mark, but I didn't look it up, so I don't know from what era this is. I would say it's from the late 19th century. And I also bought this pair of candle holders made of brass. I paid £3 for them, and I always have a seller for them. The smaller the better. I have a buyer who collects the smaller ones. These are not very tiny, but they are not large either. I paid £3 for them. The seller initially wanted £5 for them, but because I bought this and I paid £10 for this, he agreed to accept £3 for this pair. So yeah, I think they are really nice. I've never seen them with this design on the stem. What do you think of them? And then I have this beautiful Wedgwood pot with lid. This usually sells for about 25 or 30 pounds. I sold something similar in size, but just straight sides, not this beautiful shape, and that one sold for 27 pounds. So I think I will price this the same. It has a couple of small chips under the lid. I hope you can see, but I paid £2 or £3 for it, something like that. So that's why I decided to buy it. This lady had more pieces from the same collection, but they weren't pieces that I would normally buy. They were like small trinket dishes. They weren't that nice as this one. I chose this, and I think it's gorgeous. Look at that delicate floral pattern. It's such a beautiful pattern. I also bought this key holder. It's a small wall cabinet which allows you to hang your keys in there, and then you open this little, then you close this little door and you don't see all the keys, all that mess. It's missing a few hooks on the door, so this used to have quite a lot of hooks. I mean, who has this many keys? Those weren't needed anyway. I paid £10 for it, and I bought it because I had a vision. I want to paint like a floral something on the door. And then from a quite basic, simple thing, it will become a piece of art. What do you think? I like the brass corners. It has this brass thing here. The little knob is also made of brass, I think. And I thought this would be like the perfect canvas for a little floral artwork. I will put some examples if I can find anything online of my vision, of my idea, and please let me know what you think of that. And we are almost at the end of my haul. I only have 3 pieces to show you, I think so. So one of them is this mirror with bamboo frame. I thought it was so nice. It has some marks in the mirror, you know, those marks that don't go away. They're under the mirror. I don't know how to explain that. I paid £10 for this, and I thought it was a good price for a mirror. I think I will be able to sell it for about 50, 60, something like that. And then from the same seller, I bought these two embroideries. They are so old, so I honestly don't know how to price them because of that, because I think they're so precious and special because of that age. Look at this. And this one doesn't have the glass protection anymore, and I think I actually like it more because the colors stand out more without the glass. And I was actually thinking to remove the glass from this one too, but I don't want to mess with the back, because look at the back. Look at the back. They are so old. Look at the back of this one. And I don't want to mess with the back. I mean, I think I will list it with the glass, and it will be up to the buyer if they want to try to remove the glass without ruining this beautiful, charming frame. I paid £15 for the pair. The seller wanted £10 each, and then I told him if he would accept 15. This is quite lightweight because the frame is so thin, and yeah, it doesn't have the glass. Oh, and I actually couldn't find anything about them on Google, so maybe it's because they are super old and not many of them resisted in time. And the last thing that I want to show you that I bought from that fair is this cute Kokeshi doll. And I won't list this one for sale because I have a friend who may want it. You know, when I met Andy and I gave her like a little Kokeshi doll, and then she mentioned it in her video, and then she showed her collection. My friend saw that video and she was like, oh, what are those things? Now I'm obsessed with them and I want to start collect them. And I bought this for her. I think I paid £5 for it, and I think it should have had like a wider base, which is missing. It will still stand on a flat surface, but you don't have to mess it with it. It will fall if you shake it because it's so narrow and it's so tall and it has that big head. It is sweet. I can see why Andy loves them so much. And look at that little thing in the hair. It's so pretty. I hope my friend will like this. I almost forgot to show you some more things that were to a side, and they are so beautiful. I can't believe that. So I also bought this pair of wall sconces for candles. Ignore the blue tack that they have, or is it wax? No, it's blue tack, and sometimes people use blue tack to make the candles stay in place. And the seller told me that they were from a piano, but now people just use them for the walls, and he wanted £20 for them. And I tried to offer a smaller price, and he said no. So other sellers sell them for like 45. So I said, okay, that's fair enough. And I bought them for £20. Look at the details. They are so pretty, aren't they? And I've never had candle sconces before, so I think that's why I really wanted them. I wanted to try them and see if people love them. I love them. I also bought this biscuit barrel. It's Jasperware by Adams. So there were a lot of makers that made Jasperware pieces, not just Wedgwood, because I showed you some Jasperware pieces in this haul and they were all by different makers, right? So we have that Wedgwood box, and then we had the jug with pewter lid made by Dudson Brothers, and now we have Adams, and we have that salt shaker that is not marked, so obviously that was a different maker as well. The lid is silver plated, and the handle, it has this cute thing on the handle, and it has some thing, I don't know what this is. See, it has something on it, and I washed it and I scrubbed really hard and it's not going away. It looks like glue. I don't know if I should just leave it alone and list it as it is, and maybe whoever buys it will want to deal with it, or we'll leave it as it is. Oh, and I paid £20 for it. If I knew that that thing is not coming off, I wouldn't have bought it, because £20 for me is not cheap. So I thought when I bought it, oh, I will be able to sell it for about 80 maybe, but now like this, I think I will list it at about 50 pounds. I also bought this brass horn. I think it's called the bugle horn, and it was used in the army. It has a lot of tarnish, and I tried to clean it. It was worse than that, and as soon as I started cleaning it, I regretted it instantly because it's not the type of tarnish that cleans easily. So now it just looks like this. I will list it as it is. It's missing a piece anyway. It should have had another piece here where you would blow. So yeah, it's strictly for decor. I think for some reason, I think they would look nice at Christmas on the wall. I don't know what this has to do with Christmas, but in my mind, because of the nutcracker, maybe, I don't know. I paid £2 for it from that seller with a lot of damaged things. So even if I sell it for cheap, I have no regrets. And the last thing that I want to show you, and I think that this time is really the last piece. I hope I don't have anything else around that I'm forgetting about, is this gorgeous plant pot by Wedgwood. And this is actually antique. Most of the Wedgwood Jasperware that I normally find, it's made in the 60s, 70s. But this is actually one of those older pieces, and they sell for over £100. I saw one online that was sold for 150. It has a gorgeous design in relief, and the color is so gorgeous too. This sage green, I love it. I think I love it more than the blue Jasperware. I think green Jasperware is the prettiest one, along with the pink. But the pink Jasperware, I never find it out in the wild. There was like a tiny pink Jasperware teapot at this fair, and it was £90. So yeah, that wasn't something that I would pay. For this one though, I paid £20, and I knew it was worth it. It has this a lot of wear on the inside, and it doesn't go away. I tried to wash it, I scrubbed really hard, and it's not going away, but it's on the inside. You would use it, right? You would put a plant in it, and you will only see the beautiful exterior. So that was everything that I bought from Newark Antiques Fair. I spent more than I would normally spend when I go outsourcing. I spent around £400. Please let me know if you think it was worth it. I think it was, even though some of the things won't bring me a lot of profit. I think overall I could turn this £400 to over 2,000 maybe. I didn't do the math to see how much I could actually get for all these things if everything sold. So I don't know, I'm hoping that I would still make a good profit on all these pieces. I am working hard to list them all. The website is linked in my description down below, so you can click on it and it will take you straight to all these beautiful things. I will also put it on the screen for you if that's easier for you. And I don't know if you saw my previous video, but from Monday morning I will stop all the orders from the United States. So if you are in the United States, and I know that a lot of my viewers are there, and they are some of the best buyers that I've ever had, and if you are interested in anything from this haul or just from my shop overall, please place the order by Monday morning, because I won't be able to ship to the United States after that. On the 18th of August, I will stop shipping to the United States until further notice. It's because of the new tariff rules that will be in place after the 29th of August. So I will try to find solutions. A lot of you gave me a lot of brilliant ideas, and I got a lot of support from you, and I'm so grateful. I also got a few very nice orders from some of you who wanted to support me. I'm so grateful for you. And after I posted that video and we had all that interaction, and it was like a huge brainstorming and like a huge network of support, and I feel so much better and confident that we will get through this and I will find a solution. But that will be probably in September after the new rules apply. And yeah, as I said in my previous video, I want to test a few things to see how things will work. Royal Mail apparently will have something in place that will allow me to collect fees upfront from my buyers, and then when I buy the label from them, I will pass that fee to them, and then when the parcel gets in customs and it's scanned, it will show that the import duties were paid, and then there won't be any problems. The parcel will be shipped with no problems to my lovely buyer. So I hope it will be very simple, but we just don't know it. There's still a lot of confusion around it at the moment. I still don't know how I will be able to collect these fees up front. Apparently Shopify has something, like some apps that are integrated and that will allow me to, like, it will be something automatic. I don't know yet, but I feel much more confident that it will be okay. It will be fine. That was it for today. I would better start listing so that everything is on the website by the time the video will be on YouTube. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you loved this haul. I loved Newark Antiques Fair. I will definitely go again. The next one is in October, so there is one every other month. So maybe I will go again in October and see if it will be just as good as it was now in August. And oh, I didn't mention that. So you pay an entrance fee, which is £20. I thought that was quite high. And that covers both days, Thursday and Friday. And if you go on Thursday, you pay £20. And then you can go on Friday again and you won't pay again. If you only want to go on the second day, which is Friday, you will have to pay only £6. So, but you will miss out on the good stuff that they will have on the first day. I only went on Thursday because I had something going on Friday. So I don't think I would have gone anyway for the second day because I spent so much money on the first day. But I heard that prices can be so much better on the second day. So I guess it's worth it if you live very close. So since you've paid anyway for the entrance, I actually decided to to have like a challenge where I don't buy anything, any stock for a month. And it's actually started the next day after I bought these things, and that's almost a week. So I'm thinking to have like a month break, and I hope I'll be able to resist it. I don't know. There's a car boot sale on the 27th of August, and it's so close to me, and it's always so nice. Maybe I will make an exception for that one, but no more buying like, you know, like I need all this stock because realistically, I have my shed full of stuff that I've never listed. So I should list those before I buy more. Just tell me off if I buy more and more and more. Okay, now I really have to go. And thank you so much for watching again, and please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, because that would really help my channel, and maybe give a thumbs up if you really liked it, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.